welcome to Where's the Action? I'm your host, Ross Benjamin. I will be previewing the 2014 Men's Hockey Olympic Tournament at the Winter Olympics in Sochi. Let's get right to them. We're looking at three groups of 4 teams each in round-robin play. Let's start with the group competition. In Group A, we're looking at Russia, the United States, Slovakia, and Slovenia. This is arguably the toughest group out of all three in the round-robin play. Russia is an odds-on favorite at 2-1 to win this group, and I really don't have the same opinion that a lot of experts share when it comes to this Olympic hockey tournament coming up. A lot of them not only like the Russians to overwhelmingly win this group, but to win gold. I'm not one of those guys. I think the Russians are going to disappoint. I know a lot of emphasis has been put on the fact they're playing on home soil, and that's a valid point. But when you're looking at the Russian lineup right now, their third and fourth line is going to consist of all players from the Russian Premier League, the KHL. I don't know. I just don't think they have enough quality depth at the forward position. Their goaltending is solid. Their defense is solid. But it's a long tournament against some pretty elite teams, and I think the Russians will disappoint. The United States at plus 175, not to sound biased, but I think this is a team at that number that's the best value to win this group. They have 11 players returning from a team that won silver in Vancouver, plethora of speed offensively, and their defense is solid, mobile, and agile, especially Ryan Suter, one of the top defensemen in the world. He averaged 25 minutes per game in Vancouver at the 2010 tournament. And this is a team that's primed and set up for the long haul. Excellent goaltending, Ryan Miller and Jonathan Quick. I really like them at plus 175 to win this group. You can make a lot worse picks than Slovakia at plus 900 to win this group. The Slovakians are totally capable of beating both the United States and Russia. Now, the probability of that occurring aren't real high, but they're realistically possible. So a small wager on Slovakia plus 900 wouldn't be a bad wager at all. Slovenia will be making their first ever appearance in the men's hockey tournament in the Olympics, and they're plus 10,000 to win the group, rightfully so. I'll go right out on a limb and tell you Slovenia will not only not win a game in this tournament, but it's just a matter of whether they will even be competitive in any of the games in this tournament. Group B consists of Canada, Finland, Norway, and Austria. The Canadians are an overwhelming favorite to win Group B, and rightfully so. They're minus 7,000. Those of you who've watched me do these videos over the last 6 or 7 months now know that I'm not a proponent to laying 7-1 on any team to win anything. And again, I think Canada will win this group hands down, but I'm not willing to lay that kind of number. The Finns at plus 350 might not be a bad play as far as winning this group goes. They can be a very frustrating team to play against, Finland. As we've seen in past tournaments, they play a deliberate, methodical, disciplined style of hockey. Their goaltending is absolutely terrific. It looks like Tuukka Rask will be the #1 goaltender for this team, and he's amongst the best in the world right now. He's the Boston Bruins goaltender that led them to the Stanley Cup finals last season. And Norway and Austria, the other two teams in the tournament, when you break this down, Canada and Finland are going to walk right through Norway and Austria, and it's going to come down to the Sunday matchup, Canada versus Finland, on who's going to win the group. And when you break it down and simplify it like that, Finland at plus 350 really just needs to beat Canada. So they're not a bad value at plus 350. They might be worth a small wager. Norway and Austria, they're going to be also rans in this group, and their biggest quest will be when they meet each other on Sunday. It'll be their best opportunity to win a game in this tournament. Group C consists of Sweden, the Czech Republic, Switzerland, and Latvia. Sweden is the favorite at 2-1 to win the group, and rightfully so again. I really like the Swedes. I think the Swedes not only are the favorite to win this group, in my opinion, they're one of the favorites to win hockey gold here. Czech Republic, their forwards are going to be able to match up against any forwards of any team as a whole in this tournament. Unfortunately, I think their defense is terrible, and I also don't like their goaltending. I just think the Czech Republic will be involved in a lot of high-scoring games in this tournament, and against elite competition, that's not going to win once they get to the qualifying part of the tournament, or against a team like Sweden, even a team like Switzerland in this group. They're going to have a difficult time. Speaking of the Swiss, I think they're a tremendous value at plus 700 to win the group. Now, I'm not calling for them to win the group, but as a value, this is a team that's really upgraded their status on the international level. They probably have made, if not as much progress, more progress than any team, any country, I should say, on the international level in ice hockey. The Swiss, solid goaltending. A lot of these players will come from the Swiss Premier League, which I feel is the most underrated league in all the world. Now, Latvia at plus 8,000, their biggest notoriety is their head coach, Ted Nolan, is the head man for the Buffalo Sabres right now. They have one NHL player on their roster. This is a tiny country of a little over 2 million with a little over 1,200 registered hockey players. They'll be hard pressed to win a game in this group. And Latvia right now at plus 8,000. Save your money, folks. Now, as far as my selections go in the medal round, I really like the Swedes to win gold here. I like Canada to win silver. I like the United States to win bronze, and the Russians to finish fourth and be one of the disappointments in the tournament, along with the Czech Republic. As far as the surprises go in this tournament, watch out for Switzerland, watch out for Finland, watch out for Slovakia. My name is Ross Benjamin. You've been watching Where's the Action. Thank you for joining me. You can catch all my articles at sbrforum.com. In addition, visit my website, rbwins.com.